and it's blocked. Bowen with the rocket from the right side. But we remain scoreless, and Bowen's defense, the Aztecs are everywhere on the field. This is a very aggressive unit. Austin Wenner runs in. Here's San Diego State's first corner. Or excuse me, their second corner. It gets whipped in right in front. And it will go back for another. Whipped into the far side. And a whistle against Stanford. Is it in the box? Full conversation happening right outside. Waiting to get official confirmation. And it's going to be right outside is where he's setting it up. Initially, it looked like he had made a move as if he were to point to the spot, so that's why I was waiting. But what an opportunity this is now. It doesn't get much closer to this than, or what, about a couple inches outside the box here. Question is who will take it? Going top right corner and just missing. It was Vialdia who took it. There were about 3 or 4 Aztecs that looked like they were ready to. And just missing. Missed opportunity there for San Diego State. But a great start. A lot of energy with this SDSU team. And it's not just energy on the field. You can kind of feed or feel it coming from the bench. They're definitely feeding off of it. There's no one sitting on the SDSU side. Sent forward. Trying to run it down. But it's kicked away. Wenner was there trying to track. Santos. And this will be collected. It was easy for Orchu at the end, but it looked like something was being created there for San Diego State. Another opportunity for the Aztecs. They keep knocking on that door. Feels like eventually they're going to open it. 4 shots for the Aztecs. Stanford looking for their first shot. We have played nearly half an hour. Very different looking Aztec team tonight. It's been a while since we have seen them here at the SDSU Sports Deck. There's a whistle and a foul against the Aztecs. Whistle goes against Kelowna. It's not the first time the Cardinal have had a free kick from this spot. Fairly dangerous with it the first time around. Let's see what they do with it this time. Here's Tingy. Tingy sends it in low, and with power, and it's deflected up and over the bar. So we do remain scoreless, but that was a good look from Stanford. Keegan Tingey, who just took that free kick for Stanford, is a graduate of De La Salle. Father actually went to UCLA, was on the rugby team for the Bruins. Pac-12 family. Hankins going to throw it in. He was looking for Wenner. So after that conversation, it stays with San Diego State. Stanford not happy with the call initially, but the officials talking it out, sticking with it. Kind of chaotic stretch here in the match. Cleared away. Far side Aztecs. Fialadia. Now Wenner. Austin Wenner will throw it in. Aztecs 4 shots. They've had 2 corners so far. 10 fouls called against them. It's an active bunch. Long throw in. Fialadia gives it up. Now it's sent in. Santos gets a shoulder on it, it looked like. Top of the box, soared over. From Weber. There's Tristan Weber. A little off target with that shot. But another chance for San Diego State. Less than 12 to go here in the opening half. Bowen trying to track it down, and it goes out right by the corner flag, so Stanford will take possession now. With 11 minutes to go, they are still looking for their first shot. They have been forced to make 2 saves. They've had a pair of corners, but they haven't resulted in a shot yet. And they boot it forward. Stanford, a team dripping with talent. cleared away. Back line has been very good for the Aztecs so far in this one. They were great against UCLA a week ago. It's a young back line, so they're going to gain really good experience early on in this season with matches at UCLA, this one against Stanford. And of course with the matches coming up at Washington, Cal, the trip to Corvallis at Oregon State. Oregon State, a very good team. I think a lot of people in the Pac-12 kind of circling that March 13th date and April 10th date when Stanford and Oregon State play one another. Here's Will Richmond setting things up. Richmond has taken a big jump with Stanford this year. He had 2 career goals coming into the season, and he has 3 goals this season already. That's Will Richmond. Last year, he scored against Penn State in the opening match. Didn't score the rest of the season, but scoring plenty to start here in 2021. Adnan with a long throw in, and it's booted away, cleared by the Aztecs. Back into the box, centered, and cleared. Good hustle. It's a really good opportunity for Stanford, one of their better looks so far. With 8.5 to go in the opening half. Tees it up at the top, but it's cleared. Booted away. We saw Hunter George for a few minutes to start. It's been Wenner up front since. Weber out there as well. Rue on the bench currently. Wenner trying to track this one down. So the Cardinal will try the far side. Definitely their preferred side so far in this one. Thrown in and cleared nicely. Well done, Vialadia. It's been a great start for San Diego State in this one. The only thing missing for the Aztecs right now is a goal. I think they're checking a lot of their boxes so far. We'll quickly stop play here. Cam Silly being talked to. Talked a lot about Coach Hopkins so far. Of course, Jeremy Gunn, the head coach with Stanford in his 9th season. An era with the Cardinal that Stanford will never forget. And that looked like a dangerous moment. Broken up by San Diego State. There was plenty of pace going the other way. Stanford throw it in. Aztecs take possession. Santos goes down. No whistle. It's been a physical match between these two. Booted forward. Wenner. Wenner has it. Wenner to his left. Wenner into the box. And it's flicked out for an Aztec corner. Good sequence from San Diego State. 5.5 to go. Aztecs keep challenging. Villadia will take the corner. Back to Villadia. To his left, space to work it in. He does, and it's sent out. Another corner kick coming the Aztecs' way. This will be their 4th corner of the first half. Initially hit straight into the air, and now the whistle against San Diego State. We talk about how important the first 10-15 minutes are of a match, especially in this one against Stanford. Those will always be moments that you circle, but you're also going to circle these moments right now with about 5 to go in a half, the opening 5 coming out of a half, and then the final moments, of course, in any match. But it always seems like these moments mean just a little bit more than the rest. Four minutes to go. Orchu now ready to boot it away. Looked like a mishit. Santos now. Santos keeping it on his foot. Looked like he's playing with Velcro out there. Now they'll switch sides. Colonna found Bowen. Colonna again getting his head on it. Ochoa. Aztecs pushing forward. Santos. Santos with the razzle-dazzle left side. Stays on his feet, unlike his defender, who goes down. Now the pass. Villadia. Now Reagan. Finds Bowen. Bowen in the corner. A yellow card has been issued against Stanford. Get you the player as soon as we have it.
Yellow, number 3 for Stanford.
The yellow card will go against Keegan Tingy. So Tingy gets a yellow card. It's our first yellow card of the match. Here's the press from San Diego State. Nothing has been easy for the Cardinal in this first half. Nothing. There's been some frustration with it we've seen so far as well. 12 fouls for the Aztecs, 6 fouls for Stanford. But I can tell you which side is the more frustrated side right now, and it is not the home side. Battle. Trying to find Santos. Santos got a toe on it, so it goes to Stanford. A little bit more than 2 to go. Flag is up. Santos clears it away. Wenner on it. Now Weber. Scoreboard shows 1:18 to go. And this might be the Aztecs'
1 minute remaining.
final chance here in the opening half with 60 to go. And rolls out. Aztecs have to be very happy with how they've played here in the opening 45 minutes against a very good Stanford team, the number 4 team in the country. I think a good way to describe it is controlled chaos, maybe. I don't know if that is a great term for it, but San Diego State seemed to be all over the field. It's a very different looking San Diego State team. There's no question about that. It's the first time we've seen them here at home in a very long time. And it is a completely different looking style. 5 seconds to go as this will take us to the halftime break. 45 minutes in, we remain scoreless in what has become an absolute battle between these two. The Aztecs and the Cardinals scoreless. We'll take a break. We'll come back to the SDSU Sports Deck, get you ready for the second half, and we'll have the call of the second half coming up next on GoAztecs.com. Welcome back to the San Diego State Sports Deck. Thank you for tuning in, everyone tuning in tonight on GoAztecs.com. Shout out to you. A scoreless matchup between Stanford and San Diego State. Stanford, the number 4 team in the country, scoreless after 45 minutes. San Diego State, they look impressive in the first 45. Quickly recapping what happened there in the first 45 minutes. 4 shots for San Diego State. They had 4 corner kicks, plenty of fouls to go around. They had 12. There is a bunch of energy with San Diego State. They appear very happy with that first 45 minutes, as they should be. They are on the field. They are ready to go. They came storming out of their tent out of the halftime break. Stanford just now getting back onto the field. 2 very different feels right now. But still early, just 45 minutes in. Let's look back at our highlights from the first half as we recap what happened here in the first 45. This was as close as it got for San Diego State. Very close. Just outside the 18. That was almost a penalty, but instead they get the free kick and it goes over. Aztecs had a few chances in the first 45 minutes. Stanford, they had some moments. There's maybe a shot. We'll see what the official statistician comes up with later on, but currently it sits at 0 shots for Stanford. They have 2 saves, 2 corners, 6 fouls for the Cardinal. This Cardinal team in 3 matches so far to start the year, 12 goals, and they've only given up 1. They scored 4 against Pacific. They scored 5 against San Francisco. They scored 3 last week on the road in Berkeley at Cal. They are scoreless here in San Diego through 45 minutes. Stanford will kick things off in the second half. A very challenging schedule for the Aztecs. The next home game will be against Cal on March 13th. But before that, a trip to Washington. Never an easy trip. Back underway in the second half from the SDSU Sports Deck. Should be a fun next 45 minutes between these two. Clearly plenty of talent out there. As San Diego State, they're looking for their first win of the season. It's just their second match, the second match under Coach Ryan Hopkins, as he will transition this team. What appears to be a bright future. It's been a great start so far. Clearly, we've only seen the 1 match and now a first half, but there's been a lot of differences, and if you look at the numbers, go a little bit deeper with it, look at the analytics of it all, what we've seen so far has proven to be much different than we've seen on the Mesa for a few years. The play is different. The energy is different. The intensity is clearly different. You're starting to wonder if the confidence is a little bit different. Plenty of confidence with the Stanford side, though. Plenty of experience as well. They caused a heartbreak for San Diego State the last time they were here. Aztecs went up 1-0. Then they went up 2-1, and they ended up losing 3-2. 2 late goals. They're looking for a goal. The first of the match whipped in and headed over the bar. So talked about SDSU scheduled at Washington, home to Cal, at Oregon State. Then they'll get the Bruins at home March 24th. They'll wrap up the schedule in March at home against Washington. For Stanford, after this, they're going to play host to UCLA, which will be a test for the Bruins. Oregon State after that. That will be one of the biggest matches in the Pac-12 this year. Stanford at home against Oregon State. After that, they'll go to Washington. They'll host Cal, a team that they've already played. They beat them 3-1 last weekend. Then they'll finish off March at UCLA. A dangerous moment now. Stanford almost finding the opening goal, but the Aztecs are able to clear. Now it's sent forward quickly the other way. Here's Rue, and Stanford sends it out. Hughes was able to track it down. Rue was threatening. Reagan Sherlock will run down the line. But it will be Austin Wenner who will take it instead. So 4 shots for the Aztecs in that first half. Cleared away initially. The Aztecs will try to send it back in. Tad of a mishit, but Wenner could be there to save it. It rolls out. Still, the obvious difference between these two teams, at least looking at the bench right now, the Stanford side, everyone's sitting down, comfortable. It is cold tonight in San Diego. San Diego State side, however, on the other, they are all standing. Every single coach, every player. They are into it. That's what happens when you win a lot of national championships. Stanford comes in, the opponents definitely will get up for those matches. It's about finding the consistency. And the Aztecs continue to create issues for Stanford. Austin Wenner forced Orchu to kind of just throw it away, and now San Diego State will have possession. But quickly given back to the Cardinal with a little bit of momentum pushing forward. So stop play. We'll see if there's a card. It appears he is reaching for the yellow. We'll find out who it is.
24 SDSU yellow.
So they'll give it to Bryson Hankins. Each side with the yellow card now, I believe. That's 1 for each side. Hankins getting this one. That is the second yellow card for the Aztecs, actually. Forgot very early on in this one. Blake Bowen picked up a yellow card in the 4th minute. So Bowen, a yellow card in the 4th. Tingy, a yellow card in the 43rd for Stanford. And now in the 50th minute, Bryson Hankins gets a yellow. And whip it in, into the 6, whistles against Stanford. Really good opportunity once again. But that's all it's been so far. We're still waiting to find our first goal tonight. Aztecs surviving that opening 15 minutes, the dreadful 15 minutes against Stanford. They come out with a lot of energy in that opening stretch of the game. And it looked like San Diego State had a pretty good chance to get on the scoreboard late in the first half, but unable to do so. We remain scoreless. Aztecs have been the better side so far. Looking for that extra touch, just missing it. Bowen was battling. Stanford have a player slow to get up. It is Cam Silly, the sophomore. De La Salle product. Aztecs will have another throw in. San Diego State looking for a magical start at home for Ryan Hopkins. Booted. Aztecs with another chance. Instead, they send it out wide. Could this be the moment for San Diego State? Rue heads it in. It goes out. And the Aztecs will get another corner kick. It feels like it's coming. Aztecs keep challenging here. Santos sends it in. And it goes just over the bar. Austin Wenner got a head on it, but just off target. 5 shots for the Aztecs, 1 for Stanford. Cadono, the goalie for San Diego State, has yet to make a save. Hasn't needed to so far. Wenner trying to track it down once again. Does feel like the 11 players on the field for SDSU definitely feeding off of the energy from the sidelines. I don't know how well our microphones are picking that up, but it is a very noisy bunch. Here's Sherlock. He finds Bowen. Ripped away. Zach Ryan, the Pac-12 Player of the Week, had it momentarily, and that's booted out of the SDSU sports deck. It's going to land on the football practice field.
Yeah, I need you guys to get that. Can we get the keys? I think it's in the football practice. Yeah, I'll meet you at the front.
Back to SDSU after that one goes out. So fitness has to be very good if you're on San Diego State. Lots of running, especially with this new coach. Mentioned 3 different players at UCLA last week in the game for SDSU. Ran more than 11 miles. Can't get you live numbers on that, but definitely something you can recap the following weekend. But you can just tell the difference, the energy, everything about it is different for San Diego State. No whistle, taken away, sent forward. Here's Bowen. Bowen has Rue, who is entering the box. Sent forward, couldn't beat his defender. Here's some space. Looking for Rue. Rue goes down, but it's cleared. Aztecs will push forward once again. Very notable that Hunter George did not start for the Aztecs in the second half. He did start this game, got a few minutes. He was taken out. I think it was under the 20-minute mark. We don't have it officially in front of us. Rue goes down, no whistle. And he will get back up. Richmond had it for Stanford before it's booted away. Aztecs all about creating pressure. You can do that offensively, you can do that defensively. And they are showcasing a bunch of new ways to do it here at the Sports Deck. So into the 57th minute, Stanford still with just one shot tonight. It was not on target. 5 shots for the Aztecs. They have 5 corners, Stanford with 2. Aztecs come away with it. Wenner. Sherlock sends it forward, but it does go out. Staying on his feet and taking possession is Wenner. Wenner now with his back to the goal. Finds Bowen. Bowen has it ripped away, no whistle. That one goes out before spinning back into play. It's easy to get lost in the resumes for a lot of the players in Stanford as you look through the player profiles. Of course, the national champions in 2017 most recently. You have a few players still on the roster who won a national championship a couple years ago. But plenty of players with U.S. men's national team under experience. Players with MLS Academy experience. You also find some siblings as well that have current playing experience in leagues across the U.S. Charlie Wehan, one of the players for Stanford, one of the national champions. He was on the team in 2017. His brother Chris actually played at New Mexico in college. Currently, he plays for New Mexico United in the USL Championship. He scored 31 goals in college, now at the USL level. One goes out, and Stanford will regain possession. Mentioned they have Zach Ryan, who is the current player of the week in the Pac-12 after scoring 3 goals just last week in 2 matches. He leads the team with 4 goals already. As a freshman, he scored more goals than any other Cardinal freshman since 1980. Staying on his feet until the very end and then sliding in for the challenge, Ryan Ludwig.
SDSU tab 14 for 7.
So the change for the Aztecs, a sub coming up. Tristan Weber will come in for Santos. There's Weber warming up. given away in a bad spot. Bowen. See what Stanford can do with it. Now Hughes lets it go by. Rue will try to track it down. Hughes ran out of time. He just had to send it forward, and it goes to San Diego State. And Wenner goes down. The Cardinal had plenty of offense coming into this one. The 12 goals in 3 matches. Aztecs, in their only match of the season, scored once last week at UCLA. But both sides are scoreless. We have played more than an hour. In what has been a frustrating hour for Stanford and an energetic 60 minutes for San Diego State. But all of that can change rather quickly. Cal and Washington, the only Pac-12 schools with losses so far. Into the box. Dangerous moment over the bar. It was a good look. Charlie Wehan just off target. We were just talking about his brother playing for New Mexico United. He had a chance to score here, but couldn't find the frame. Last time these two schools played, we had already seen 3 goals at this moment of the match. Aztecs were up 2-1 at this point before Stanford scored in the 76th and 81st minutes to win 3-2. But less than 30 minutes to go. Of course, overtime definitely on the table. Two halves of overtime, golden goal in play. Sent forward, here's Richmond. Richmond back towards the center, and this will go towards it will be a corner for Stanford. Does feel like the Cardinal starting to gain a little bit more control of the match in the second half compared to the first. Both sides look good here in the second half, but Cardinal have had a few more opportunities. Third corner of the match. Whipped in, low, and cleared. Sent right back in, and headed towards the net, and saved. Cadono was there. So San Diego State survived the third corner of the match for Stanford.
Ben, what do you have for shots? Perfect.
Villadia gave it up to Hankins. And now headed out by Villadia once again. Tevin Rue scoring for San Diego State in this matchup in 2019. Mentioned you got to go back to October 20th, 2016, the last time the Aztecs picked up a point against Stanford. Picked up a point against Stanford in 2016 before the Cardinal went on to win a national championship that year. Last time the Aztecs actually beat the Cardinal, 2011. But you're asking a lot of a very young back line from San Diego State going against one of the best offenses in the country, and they have held them scoreless for more than an hour. Good look left side. And now another corner. Will Richmond was there for Stanford. It looked like the Cardinal had something brewing. And it's another corner kick. Aztecs not out of the woods quite yet. Tingy will take it. Cardinal have one player on the far post, the rest now storming into the box, and it goes through everyone and out of play. Goal kick coming up. We'll have a change. The horn you hear in the background signals a sub. And that sub, Arturo Chavez. So Chavez on, Austin Wenner to the bench. Cadono will boot it away here for SDSU. Stanford 45, 14, and 11 all-time playing on the road under their current head coach, Jeremy Gunn. They are unbeaten in their last 14 on the road as well. As they push forward, Weehan on the right side slips it back in, but the Aztecs are able to send it back out. Looking for Rue. It will stay with the Cardinal. Aztecs forced to clear once again. But it does seem as if Stanford creating more and more chances as this one goes on. Seems like they're able to do a little bit more of what they want. Most of this half has been played on this side of the field. Another throw-in coming up. Tingy throws it in. Finds Richmond. Back to Tingy, who whips it in. One of the Cardinal players slipped. Here's the shot from distance, and it's off target. So the Aztecs survived the latest wave from the Cardinal. Diaz slipped briefly, and now Stanford back with possession. On the far side, it's Zach Ryan. And given away. Here cheers from the SDSU bench as soon as that one rolled out. A lot of energy from the Aztecs tonight. They would love a late goal in this one. Sent forward. Rue had a touch on it. Now back to the Cardinal. Pinballed around for a while. Now in a dangerous spot. Kept alive, now pushing forward. Vialadia. So less than 20 to play in regulation. Of course, overtime on the table. Here's the throw in. Now into the box. Second chance, and it goes out. Stanford all-time 21-11-8 in its series with the Aztecs. Unbeaten in its last 17 matches. These two schools play each other twice a year. Stanford unbeaten against the Aztecs in their last 17. Goes back to 2011. Aztecs were so close in 2019 from taking the victory. And then 2 goals in 15 minutes changed everything. But Stanford clearly has been the class of the Pac-12 national championships. They've also won 4 of the last 6 conference titles. They set a Pac-12 record with championships each year from 2014 all the way to 2018. They have been at the top. One of the final 4 teams left last year in the College Cup. Lost to Georgetown in the semifinals before Georgetown knocked off Virginia in the championship game. Looked like a good opportunity for the Aztecs, but here come the Cardinal. Flag stays down. And now the whistle comes. A little bit of delay on that whistle. It is conversation time. This is Zach Ryan, your reigning player of the week in the Pac-12, having a conversation. Aztecs have left him a little frustrated so far through the opening 74 minutes. A couple changes coming for San Diego State. It looked like they just gave a yellow card.
7 for 14. 12 for 9.
We'll find out if a yellow card was issued there, but it looked like the official just ran over to the bench of Stanford. I saw a card in his hand. I'm not sure if he actually gave one. We'll find out. So a yellow card has come out for the Stanford bench. Frustrations. So a little bit more than 15 minutes to go. What could happen here in the final 15? Aztecs looking for some magic. Flicked forward, looking for Rue. It's Weber. No whistle. Rue is still down. There's your whistle. It will stop play. Rue now on his feet. The forward for SDSU. There he is, number 9.
Yellow card, Stanford 14.
Yellow card has been given to Zach Ryan. I don't know if that's different than the one they just gave to the bench. So that's in addition to the one they just gave to the bench. So another yellow card comes out. This one on Zach Ryan. The third yellow of the match for the Cardinal. Aztecs with 2 themselves. It's been a physical one. It looked like it had touched Ryan on its way out, but it will stay with Stanford. Here's Ochoa. Finds Weber. Weber sends it forward. Here's Bowen. Bowen in a battle down the line. It rolls out. Throw in coming for SDSU. Aztecs white on white. Stanford in their stripes. Cardinal. Done my best to avoid the scarlet and black, red and black references just because of the way the jerseys have been set up tonight. Might be a little confusing, but SDSU wearing their white on white. Wenner throws it in. Back to Wenner. As they send it in on the ground, it goes out. Corner kick coming up for San Diego State. Corner kick number 6 of the match. Looking for our first goal tonight, the Aztecs. Looking to take the lead. Headed away initially. And now a whistle. Whistle goes against San Diego State. It looks like a card will be coming out, and it is. It's a yellow card. That goes to Villadia.
Yellow card, SDSU 23.
Clearly such a different experience here at the sports deck without any fans. Hear everything the players are saying, the coaches. It's a different atmosphere, there's no question about that. But even without the fans tonight, there is a level of intensity between these two. So 6 yellow cards total between the two, 3 apiece. 17 fouls called against the Aztecs, 10 against Stanford. Forward to Wenner. We'll stay with the Aztecs. Santos over there battling forward as well. Whistle goes against Villadia this time, who just picked up his yellow card. Very busy day on campus at SDSU. Baseball played, softball played. We had a volleyball match earlier. Hoops, of course. Men's soccer tonight. I believe we're the nightcap. Doubleheader for us today on GoAztecs.com. We delivered the volleyball match a little bit earlier. Inside Peterson Gym. Always nice to be back inside the gym. And always good to be back here at the sports deck. Aztecs try to start it off at home with a win against the number 4 team in the country. Still scoreless against Stanford into the 78th minute. Cardinal send it in, headed away. Both sides have had opportunities. Really, it's a little surprising that we have yet to see a goal. Both sides have had their moments. Good slide coming in, is cleared. It was Keegan Hughes who came sliding in for Stanford. Coach Hopkins trying to keep the energy up with San Diego State, encouraging his bench to root on the players on the field. Still every single player standing for SDSU on the sidelines. Usually it's easy to spot out the coach because he's usually the only one standing. That is not the case with SDSU. Kelowna, good work to clear it. They had to stop play briefly because it came back, the ball came back into play on the other side of the field. Now we'll throw it in. Bowen sends it forward, looking for Wenner. Wenner trying to track it down. Villadia will send it all the way back to his keeper. So into the 80th minute.
9 for 23, SDSU sub.
San Diego State preparing a sub. Villadia will be on his way out with that yellow card. Tevin Rue getting ready to come in. Dangerous sequence. Staying on his feet, keeping possession, Wenner. Now taken right back. Ryan dancing with it. Far side, whistle. This is a very big moment in the match. 81st minute of the match, and Stanford will have a very good look at net. Who will take it for the Cardinal? See Segal over there, number 9. It appears he will be the one. The rest of the Cardinals have cleared. From just outside the box. And the wall gets it. And now it's cleared. Stanford will try again, but the Aztecs clear once again. Aztecs pushing Stanford to the limit tonight. Richmond sends it in. Now Ryan. One of the Stanford players had slipped in the box. Now the pass cleared. Bowen tracking it down. Kept alive in the corner. And now with some space. Could this be the moment for Stanford? And the shot goes over the bar. Still scoreless, 83 minutes in. Definitely starting to see some tired legs out there. If we don't see a goal in the next 7 minutes, we're really going to start testing that endurance as we roll into another overtime. The Aztecs had to go to overtime last week at UCLA. Kept in. Tingy. Another corner coming up for Stanford. This is their 5th corner, Aztecs with 6. They've had more shots in the second half. Stanford now with 7 shots in the game. Aztecs with 6 of them. But only 1 shot on target for Stanford. Tingy sends it in. And it goes over the head. And now out of play. Aztecs looking for some late magic tonight. For a good chunk here in the second half, they've really just been trying to hold on against Stanford. As more shots come in. And this one saved. It was a great look. Headed in on target. But Codono did not even have to move. So another shot. Their 8th and their 2nd on target. Aztecs doing all of this tonight. And we've only seen a few minutes from Hunter George, who is the difference maker up front for San Diego State. He was able to get a couple minutes in to start, but that's it. So San Diego State down one of their most important players. One of their goal scorers not available tonight. And we're scoreless against the number 4 team, Stanford, in the 86th minute. Long throw in. It was sent back in. Wenner almost got there. Ochoa will send it back. Wise decision. Stanford wasting no time on the throw-in. Here's Jack Ryan. Slotted in and slipping once again. Tingy goes down. It's not the first time we've seen him slip right there in that area. Aztecs catch a little bit of a break in that moment. Less than 3 minutes to go in regulation. Long throw in for SDSU. It looked like Rue stumbled going back. But the Aztecs still come away with it. Flicked forward, Bowen. Bowen goes down, no whistle. And now this could be a moment for Stanford. Richmond on the left side. Well defended, but it's another corner coming up for the Cardinal. Corner number 5 for Stanford. Tingy will take it. Less than 90 seconds to go. Looking to steal one. Whipped in low. And the Aztecs initially got the first touch. And they're going to be able to clear it. And a tough challenge. Going down is Wenner. So 60 seconds to go here in regulation. Before we roll into overtime.
Sam, can we get a 10-second countdown, please?
It rolls out and a goal kick. And that will likely consume the rest of the clock. At least a good chunk of it. As these two will get ready for overtime. Looks like Austin Wenner with a little bit of a limp for San Diego State, one of the forwards. Aztecs already down a forward.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And that does it, the full 90. And now we get ready for overtime between these two. Aztecs enjoying overtime to start the season, it appears. 1-1 the final score against UCLA a week ago. And now they'll head to overtime against the number 4 team in the country, Golden Goal. That is what you need to know in overtime. Whoever scores first will win it. And if we don't have a goal after the 2 halves of overtime, we will finish with a tie. We'll take a timeout here from the SDSU Sports Deck. We'll get you ready for overtime coming up next on GoAztecs.com. Back on the campus of San Diego State. It's been a very busy day on campus, and this is the final game. Men's soccer, Pac-12 action, Stanford against San Diego State. We just wrapped up regulation scoreless, and we're about 2 minutes away from starting the overtime period. You'll get 2 overtime periods. They're 10 minutes apiece. Golden goal is in play. First goal, that's your winner. Game over if you get one. If you don't, you'll play 10 minutes. You'll get a 2-minute break. You'll play 10 minutes more. That's your second half of overtime. If no one scores after that, we'll go ahead and finish this 1-0. Hopefully we get a goal tonight. We've been close to a few. San Diego State much closer in the first half. The second half, a little bit better for Stanford, if we're being honest. And here are a few of those moments. Stanford getting a few looks early on. This one going over the bar as Charlie Weehan couldn't put it on target in that moment. Wasn't the only opportunity for Stanford. Another good save. Cadona was there, very alert. 2 saves apiece for both sides. There's Jack Ryan, the Pac-12 Player of the Week, number 14, dancing with it, and then drawing a foul on the other side was Sagel. But nothing came from the free kick just outside the box. It was good defense from San Diego State, eventually able to clear it. And so we are still scoreless after 90 minutes played. It's a beautiful night in San Diego. It was a beautiful day. Definitely a cool evening. And we are underneath the lights. Get 3 bright stadium lights in front of us and a bright full moon right above them. So just like the beginning of the game, and to start the second half, I guess overtime will be no different. San Diego State's on the field in position, ready to go, waiting on Stanford. Cardinals settled in very nicely in the second half, but could not find the back of the net. Aztecs had more chances in the first half than they did in the second half, but still chances in both. They've had 6 shots. Cardinal with 8. Both goalies have been forced to 2 saves, and both sides with 6 corner kicks. So, pretty even. It's going to be Wenner and Rue playing up front to start the overtime period for San Diego State, but here come the Cardinal quickly. As we start overtime, Stanford end it. It's over. Gabe Sagal, the sophomore from Maryland, ends it moments into the first overtime, 36 seconds. And a very tough way for the Aztecs to lose this one. A lot of frustrated Aztecs on the field. Stanford celebrating in the corner as we look back at it. Great pass and able to beat him. Cadono gets beat to his left side. Blake Bowen extremely frustrated after the goal goes in. He has teammates around him right now. Stanford will get in line to shake hands, and that will do it. So that's it. Stanford get the win. They come on the road, and the Aztecs will have to wait at least until the next one against Stanford to get a result. 2011, the last time they got a win against the Cardinal. 2016, the last time they got a draw. They'll get to see him again, but they're not able to get the win or the draw here at home. They'll go to Stanford April 3rd. It will be their 3rd to last game of the season. That's the next time these two programs will face each other, as the Aztecs pick themselves up after another overtime. That will do it. I want to thank everyone involved in tonight's broadcast. We do appreciate everyone who did tune in to GoAztecs.com. Shout out to you. We appreciate it. And the final score, Stanford 1, San Diego State 0. Thank you for tuning in from the SDSU Sports Deck. We'll chat with you soon on GoAztecs.com.